Hello everyone, and today we're going to be looking at Screencastify, which is a free and very easy to use application which we can add in for free to our Google Chrome web browser. And essentially, Screencastify just allows you to record your voice over the top of your screen. So it records what's happening on your screen and you can talk over the top of it. Now the webcam is optional. You don't have to put yourself in your videos. I don't do that, as you can tell. But we can use it for a number of things. But the main purposes we're going to be looking at are it's used for providing oral feedback over the top of a pupil's work. We can create a video tutorial for a particular skill or activity, or it could be used to give an announcement for a new task or activity in a more interesting way. So it's really easy to use, and I'm going to talk you through this in 4 simple videos. Hello everyone, and welcome to this quick Screencastify tutorial where we're going to be looking at some recording tips for when you create your recorded video lessons. So the first quick tip would be that when you're recording your video, speak as you would in your classroom. Imagine that you're actually delivering this lesson with your pupils in front of you while you're recording, because it's easy to lose sight of the fact that pupils will actually miss being in our lessons and they'll miss being with their teachers. So I think it's really important just to make our lessons as bright and as enthusiastic as we possibly can, not so much for the engagement, but just for actual pupils enjoying being in our lessons again, even though they're recorded. So the second quick tip would be that mistakes don't matter. So when we're recording our videos, it is easy to make mistakes, but it's exactly the same as we make mistakes in a real life classroom. So if we accidentally open the wrong document, or we accidentally say something, or we mix up our words and have to restart again, remember, the pupils don't really care about this in lessons, and they won't really care about seeing it in the video. So try not to get too bogged down in worrying about having to restart your recording. Just simply start again from where you left off, and it'll be absolutely fine. Nobody will notice. So firstly, we're going to be looking at installing Screencastify. Now, it's a Google Chrome plugin, so the application only works through your Google Chrome web browser. You don't have to download it. Every time you open up Google Chrome and sign in to your App Basic School account, you will be able to use Screencastify. Now, the way that we install it, or add it onto our Google Chrome web browser, is very simple. Now, remember, you must be using Google Chrome. You can't use Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, or anything else. It must be Google Chrome. So if you go to the Google Chrome Web Store, I'll put a link to this underneath the video in the description, or you can just search in Google for Chrome Web Store. And what we simply do, we type in Screencastify, press enter, and it will be the top result. And all you do is add to Chrome, choose add extension, and it may take a minute or two, or not a minute or two, a few seconds really. And once it's done that, it will add in automatically into our web browser here. So it's successfully been added, and as you can see, it's now appeared here as an icon. And that is all you need to do. So you click on that icon there for Screencastify. I'm going to sign in with Google. Now, assuming that you've already signed into your App Basic School account, you click sign in and it will automatically open. If you haven't, it'll just prompt you to sign up with your Google account, and that's as easy as that. Then we press allow for the microphone and the camera, and drawing and annotation tools, press allow. And you are now ready to go. It's as simple as that. So now that you've actually installed Screencastify to your Google Chrome web browser, you're ready to start setting up for video recording. And it couldn't be easier. It's very simple and straightforward. Now, as long as you have Google Chrome open, the icon here will always be available to you. So you don't even have to open anything particular to actually start recording a video. And I'll show you how this works now. So you click on the Screencastify icon. and it opens up this very small tab here. And what you need to do is enable the microphone. And if you have a headset with a microphone, this is usually better for better sound quality, but you can, as I'm doing now, actually use just the built-in microphone to your computer. So you can select the options there and choose whichever one you need to. Then, if you do want to embed webcam, you can simply turn this on and your face on the webcam screen will appear in the bottom right-hand corner. And it's as simple as that. Now that you've got the settings correct to actually record your video, let's have a look at actually recording it. So I click on the Screencastify logo. We've done all of this. This is ready to go. And all you need to do now is press record. And when you press record, it will ask you whether you want to use your entire screen, which is what I tend to do, or you can use a specific application window. So when you use a specific application window, it will automatically open to that particular screen. But if you do the entire screen, you can navigate between a few different things. So I'm going to choose entire screen and I'm going to press share. What it will do then is it will do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then it's ready for you to record. Recording can be a little bit tricky if you haven't done it before, because you often find that you might mess up or do something wrong, or you've said the wrong thing. So just keep going with it, and I'll show you what you can do if you do mess up. So if I press share, and now it's ready to record. So I'm recording over the top, it's taking in my voice, and it's recording every action that I do on the screen. Now, let's say, for example, that you do make a mistake. If you press close, it will actually save as a video. So you don't want to do that because you have a number, you only have 50 videos a month, which is actually a lot, but you don't want to waste them just in case. So if you press pause, what you can do then is actually you can restart your recording. So by doing that, it doesn't count as one of your videos for that month. So if I press restart, then I'll begin talking through my tutorial. So I'll say, this is the DCF website. It's been broken down into a number of different sections with information which will help staff to embed the DCF in their areas of learning. And then once I'm happy that that's done, I can simply press stop sharing. And that is now done. My recording is saving, as you can see over here. Depending on the length of your video, obviously it'll take longer to save. But you do have a maximum of 5 minutes per video, but that should be enough to do what you need to do, because anything over that, it becomes not very interesting at all, and people lose focus. So while it's doing that, if it's your first time making a video, you can have the option to show you around and look at the different tools and things. But I'm going to skip the tour at the moment. And now you've got lots of different options. Because Screencastify is part of the Google Chrome extension, it works really well with the tools that we use in school. So you do have a few different options. What you could do is, first of all, I would suggest name your video. So I'm going to call this DCF website, so that when you share the link with somebody, they can actually see what it is. So you can either just copy the link here and you can add it to an email or whatever the case may be. Or some things that are really useful are if you go to Share to Classroom, it'll load up, and then what you'll get here is the option to choose your class. And when you choose one, so if I choose the Professional Learning Hub, choose an action, make an announcement, it will go on to the stream of the Professional Learning Hub. Now, just be aware that if you are given individual feedback and you click on Share to Classroom, it will be shared with everyone. So what would be better if you were going to do that is use a private comment, copy shareable link, and paste that into the private comment. Also, you can publish it to YouTube. You can do it so you could change it so that it's just private. But I would say that if you're going to actually want to share this with somebody, unlisted, so that people can't search for it or find it publicly, but they can open the video if you give them the link. So there's a few nice options there which make it easy to share. But as I said, you can just copy the shareable link and send it to somebody in an email by all means. So that's a really nice way of actually sharing your video. Now, one thing else that's really good about Screencastify is that it automatically, once you install it to your web browser, it automatically creates a folder on Google Drive. So if I go to my drive, once you've installed it, this will happen instantly. I scroll down and I've got a Screencastify folder. Now yours would be blank when you first open it because you wouldn't have any videos in there. But as you can see, after I named DCF website, it's here. It's gone automatically into that folder. I can create new. I can call this website. New folder, and move that into there. You can do whatever you want with it after that. So it's really simple, easy, straightforward. It stores the files for you. It's absolutely brilliant and easy to use. Hello everyone. What I'm going to do is quickly address a problem which a number of people are having when using Screencastify, which is that the drawing tools, which is your pause, stop, restart button, are not showing at the bottom left here. Now, there's a very simple reason for this, and I'll quickly explain some of the reasons why that may be the case. So if I click onto Screencastify here and I'm ready to record, first of all, it may be worth just checking, if you click on Show More Options, that if Show Drawing Tools isn't selected, it's grayed out, click the radio button to turn it on and it should turn pink, and then you'll be able to have the tools. So if I now go into record, I'll choose my entire screen. I'll just hide this bar here. Now you can see that the drawing tools are there, and that's while I'm on my current website. If I go to a Google Slides presentation, the tools are still there. If I go to the GCSE or BBC Bite Size page, the tools are still there. The problem comes when you go away from Google Chrome. So if you go to a PowerPoint, for example, if you're using Microsoft PowerPoint outside of your Chrome browser, or if you were looking at an Adobe Acrobat document, the same thing. And if it's anything which is outside of Google Chrome, it won't show the drawing tools. So I would suggest that if you are wanting to talk over PowerPoints that you've made, you would probably need to open those in Google Drive to be able to convert it to a Google Slides document. Then you'll be able to use Screencastify over it, as long as if you want to have the tools showing, that is. So I'll show you how to do that in a moment. Then you can have the drawing tools showing up whilst you're recording. So you need to be in Google Chrome for the drawing tools to show up. Now, it's not the end of the world. You can simply minimize the PowerPoint, then go into Screencastify and press stop. It's not the end of the world, but if you do want to avoid that, that's what you need to do. So what we're going to do now is look at how you can upload a Microsoft document so that you can actually use Screencastify to record and have the drawing tools available to you at the same time. So if I go into Screencastify and click record, and I'll just hide the message pop up there. So it's recording now. If I go into PowerPoint, you can see that the drawing tools have disappeared. So the best way to go about getting those drawing tools on this presentation is, if I go to Google Drive, make sure you choose where you're going to upload the file so that it's organized and you know where to find it next time. If you click on New and go to File Upload, you simply locate the file that you want to upload. In this case, it's a presentation. Double click and it will upload. And depending on how large the presentation is, depends on how long it will take. But remember, you can do this for any Microsoft document. You can also do this for PDFs. It's exactly the same thing. So now my presentation is here. It's still a PowerPoint presentation. But if I right click and open with Google Slides, it'll now mean, and you can see instantly, as it's converting to, or it's opening up in Slides, I've now got the drawing tools. So if you want to have those drawing tools available to you while you're recording, if it's over a Microsoft document or a PDF, upload it to Google Drive like I've just shown you, and you'll be able to use the drawing tools. If you want to start to record shorter videos and then piece them together, we can do this in Screencastify Editor. And then we'll also look at exporting your video from the Screencastify Editor as one individual video. So we're going to create lots of smaller videos and then export them as one individual video. So the current method of recording our lessons would be that we would choose Screencastify, we'd choose record, choose how we want to share the screen, and then we would start delivering our lesson. And we would talk through the beginning part, then we would pause, then we would start recording again, and so on and so on and so on. And people have been doing this really, really well. It's a method that I find very difficult personally. But if you're absolutely happy with doing this the way that you have been, then just stick with that method because it's been working really well. But if you do want to look at a slightly different approach, I'm going to go through this now. So let's say now I'm going to introduce the first part of the lesson, which is this quick activity. What we would do is we would go into Screencastify, choose how we're going to record. Now, firstly, I'm going to hide the bar. That's a bit of feedback that pupils have given us. They don't like seeing this bar at the bottom. It annoys them. So I'm going to hide that. And what I would do then is talk through this activity. I'd explain what needs to be done. And then I would say, pause this video and take 1 minute to complete this activity. So rather than pressing pause now, I'm actually just going to press stop. And then it's going to bring up the options for the video. So what I'm going to do here, let's say this is my ICT Year 9 Lesson 1. And then I'm going to call this Video 1. Now, the way that you name this is absolutely fine. That's up to you. But this is the way that I'm going to do it. So if I now go into my Screencastify folder on Google Drive, you can see that the video is here. Now, the little red clapperboard icon means that the video is still processing. And once it's finished processing, it will change to a small thumbnail of the video with a little play icon in the middle of it. Now, what's good practice here is if I choose New and Folder, and what I'm going to call this is ICT Year 9 Lesson 1. So the folder is simply for my Year 9 ICT Lesson 1. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this video into this folder here so that I'm keeping all of those small clips together in one place. So what I'm going to do now is repeat this process until I've completed all of the videos that I need. So if I go back to my lesson presentation, and then I'm going to choose Screencastify, record, choose how I'm going to share the screen, and hide the bar. So what I'll do now is I'm introducing the second activity of the lesson, and I'll talk through it quickly, then I'll say pause the video, and then you have 4 minutes to complete this task. So what I'll do then is stop the recording. And what I'm going to do this time is name this ICT Year 9 Lesson 1 Video 2 this time. And then it will save it to Drive. So now if I go into my Google Drive Screencastify folder, you can see that Lesson 1 Video 2 is now here. So what I'm going to do is drag that into my Year 9 Lesson 1 folder. Then when I double click this folder, as you can see, Video 1 and Video 2 are here. Video 2 is still processing a moment. So what I'll do when that's finished processing is I'll show you how to edit these clips by putting them together and exporting them as one video. So what we're going to do is we're going to open a new tab. We're going to click on the waffle button. And if you scroll right down to the bottom, you should find that Screencastify Video Editor is there, which you click and it will open and look like this. Now, at the moment, there's nothing on there at all. So what I need to do is add my video clips. So if I click on the plus button and choose from Google Drive, what I'm going to do then is locate my Screencastify folder. And then I'm going to choose my Year 9 Lesson 1 folder. What I can do then, if I click one, hold Control and click on the other, and as many videos as you have in there, that's absolutely fine. You just hold Control and click to select them all. And then I press Select. It's going to process those videos. Now, bear in mind, it might take a little bit longer to process than that. Not much, but depending on how long your video clips are. So as you can see, there's video 1 and there's video 2. Now, if I go to export, and remember, you can have as many of these clips lined up as you like. If I go to export, and I'm going to choose to export to Google Drive, and I'm going to name this simply ICT Year 9 Lesson 1. And if I then save, it's going to process the video, and once that's finished processing, I'll show you what it looks like. So now my video is finished processing, and I can either share it from here or view the video. But what I'm going to do is close that and go into my Screencastify folder. And you can see that it's simply been added into the main folder. Now you can keep it there if you choose. If you've named it appropriately, then that's absolutely fine. Or you can create a folder to put your separate lessons into. That's entirely up to you and how you like to organize your files. But it's quite a simple way of organizing video clips into one individual video. So if you are recording long videos, then this could be useful for you. But as I said, if the previous method is working for you, then that's absolutely fine. So give it a try and good luck.